Israel is suspending peace negotiations with the Palestinians. The announcement comes in response to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's unity agreement with Hamas Islamists. CCTV's Stephanie Freed reports the news set off a wave of responses.
Peace talks with the Palestinians are frozen. That's the news from Israel's government in response to this announcement that came out of Gaza a day earlier.
We are now announcing to all Palestinians inside and outside of Palestine that we are ending the misunderstanding between Fatah and Hamas. We are ending our years of conflict.
Hamas and Fatah, the Palestinian factions controlling Gaza and the West Bank, have been feuding for nearly 7 years. They have announced reconciliation deals in the past. None have come to fruition. Mere minutes after the agreement was announced, Israel's Air Force struck in Gaza. The target? Wanted militants. 4 were injured. The intended victims escaped. Within hours, Gaza militants launched rockets at Israel. After a 6-hour emergency security cabinet session in Tel Aviv, the decision was made to suspend peace negotiations with the Palestinian Authority. Israel's government has long maintained that any collaborative deal between the two factions spells the end of peace negotiations with the Palestinian Authority. The reason? Hamas does not recognize the state of Israel. Furthermore, Israel's leaders refer to Hamas as a murderous terrorist organization calling for Israel's destruction. Israel's government wasn't the only body unimpressed with the news of unity.
It's hard to see how Israel can be expected to negotiate with a government that does not believe in its right to exist.
In the face of Hamas and Fatah reunification, both Israel and the United States may impose economic restrictions on the Palestinian Authority, and Israel may introduce retaliatory security measures. Earlier this month, Israel froze $100 million in tax transfers to the Palestinian Authority, a sum that reportedly makes up 2/3 of the authority's revenue. Stephanie Freed, CCTV, Tel Aviv, Israel.